Welcome to the abyss, where history is a butcher's block and civilization is just the blood dried on a blade. Here, survival is law, mercy is a relic, and power is the only god that listens. The Ash and Sand trilogy by Richard Nell is not just grimdark fantasy, it's a reckoning. It doesn't hand you heroes, it doesn't cradle you in prophecy or fate. Instead, it drags you into a world where history devours the weak, where survival is strength, and the only morality that matters is the one written in blood. But what makes Ash and Sand truly powerful isn't just the grit or the war or even the philosophy. It's how damn real it feels. The culture breathes, the wars wound, our own history ripples through every kingdom, every dying god, every desperate hand grasping for power. This is a world of competing civilizations, and at the heart of it all, one outcast, one exile, one force of nature who refuses to die. Ruka. And here is a little taste.
What is the point of this? What am I doing here?
You should have asked sooner. You are here to prepare to learn the way.
And how is chasing a monkey going to help me to learn the words of the enlightened? How will any of what I've been doing help? I'll never leave here in time.
In time for what?
To see a girl before she leaves Sri Khan.
Is the mystery girl's name Lani?
Yes, how did you know that?
She sent you a letter, and I read it.
May I see the letter?
No, you may not.
What must I do to see it?
Catch him with your hands, as I said, and I will give you the letter.
That's impossible!
Then so is seeing Lani's letter.
I caught the monkey.
Kale, I hope when you're done reading this, you still know I love you. Not a great start. Your father has announced that my candle ceremony will take place in the next Madhohai. He and my father have invited a large group of eligible bachelors, and though I'd always believed that one day I would be married into the Olaku family, it seems clear now I won't be. Instead, I'll be married off to whatever man my family thinks most useful. I'm writing to you because I wanted to say goodbye. To say that even though I want to, I won't run away with you. And I know that that's what you asked me to do, but that's not the life that I want for my children. And despite everything, I am still a daughter of the Kapul, and I have a responsibility to my people. All I can tell you is that life is long, and all distances can be crossed. Perhaps one day we will find a way to be together, if only for a little while, and only as friends, and only as vacations from our other lives. You are the only thing I've ever chosen, Kalechi. The only thing that was not my duty. And I know that you would have said goodbye, that your father must have sent you away before you could. I'll miss you for the rest of my life. I miss you now. The sweet boy you were. The good man you're becoming. Please remember me and write to me so that I know you forgive me for not running away. Goodbye, my love.
How long do you have then before she's gone?
19 days.
Most boys see each test as a separate, perhaps meaningless task to be completed, but those who finish them quickly, like your father, understand the purpose of those tasks. That is what you must do, or you will never leave this place in time to be rejected by your Lani.
I'm ready for the next test, Master.
Are you ready for your final test?
Yes.
The symbols on the walls, I assume you've noticed them.
Yes, teacher.
Good. Your final test is to go into the room beside us, take the chalk from the stand, and draw the symbols as they are here, in the exact same place and order, but in reverse. Draw all of them. Take a last look around, and then go. Catch that monkey with your hands.
Yes, master.
Use your hands, I said. Catch him, I said.
I threw the knife with my hands, master, and it seems well caught.
That's true. There is but one test left, apprentice. Are you ready?
Yes.
Remember the symbols. Draw them exactly in reverse.
We are the Vishan. We are the divine blood, children of the gods. We are all that remains of a butchered people. We few are they who go across the sea. This is our story. Remember us.
I will remember.
Epic, right? Just from that, do you relate more with Kale or Ruka? The first chapter doesn't just ease you in, it throws you straight into the abyss. Death, disease, cannibalism. This is a world stripped of mercy. And then we meet Ruka, a deformed outcast, feared, hated, a creature of cunning and rage, a man who refuses to die. At first, Ruka seems like a monster, a beast in human form, but as the story unfolds, Richard Nell drags you, kicking and screaming, into his mind. You despise him, then you pity him, and then against all the odds, you start rooting for him. And that is just the beginning. Ruka from the Ash and Sand is a force of nature, like Conan the Barbarian, if Conan the Barbarian read Nietzsche and saw civilization for what it truly was, a thin veneer of chaos. But he's not alone. Every character in Ash and Sand is sculpted by the world they inhabit. Dala with her relentless intellect and impossible ambition. Kale caught between the ideals of civilization and the unforgiving reality of war. And even the side characters shifting like sand in a storm, each one tested, broken and reforged over and over again. And that's what makes it brilliant. But here is where it gets even more fascinating. The world of Ash and Sand isn't just inspired by history, it's a reflection of it. The land of Ash, where Ruka is born, is a place that devours weakness. And if this reminds you of Old Norse or Danish cultures, you're on the right path. These societies forged in scarcity and war, where survival wasn't just an instinct, it was a philosophy. And Richard Nell captures this with surgical precision. But here's the twist. Richard Nell doesn't just recreate history, he reshapes it. Because in a land of ash and sand, women rule. And this isn't just some girl boss fantasy where matriarchy means kindness and justice. No, power is power. And in Ash and Sand, those who hold it wield it ruthlessly, man or woman. The queen mothers of Ruka's homeland are every bit as brutal as any warlord. And that's the subversion. Richard Nell plays with the question, if women rule the world, would it be a better place? And his answer, power doesn't change for anyone, but it will change you. And in the end, it doesn't matter who holds the blade. It matters how deep they are willing to cut. And this is why this trilogy is insane. Easily one of the best indie Grimdarks I've read in years. The brutality, the philosophy. Ruka is a savage genius. Yeah, but let's be real. As good as book 1 is, the real Grimdark magic happens in book 2. You can't just say, oh, this is amazing without telling people that the payoff takes time. That's the whole point. Richard Nell is basically saying, earn your pain and I will show you the beauty in suffering. Fair, but it's a gamble. Some people won't stick around long enough to see Ruka become. And when they do, they'll say thank you. The brilliance of Ash and Sand isn't just its characters or world building. It's in the question it forces you to ask. How much of who we are is shaped by the world we are born into? Ruka, raised in a land of famine and death, becomes a creature of ruthless survival. You can contrast that with characters from more civilized lands, people who cling to ideals that crack under the weight of war. Moral relativism isn't just a theme here, it's law. There are no heroes, no villains, just people doing what they must to survive. And yet, even in all this darkness, something still burns. Loyalty, the last ember in a world of ash. If you enjoy my book reviews with motion comics and skits, I have a playlist of them over here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay epic and peace.